a big wake-up call for the financial world in terms of Bitcoin was during the regional bank crisis last year, as the KRE, which is the regional bank index here in the United States, was absolutely imploding when Silicon Valley Bank and others went under. Bitcoin increased 40%. And, many people who just refused to look at Bitcoin said, wait a minute, what? There's nothing like price action in a bad market, good price action in a bad market, to elicit the interest of investors who were poo-pooers before. And so that's what happened, because for the first time, Bitcoin became a risk-off asset in their eyes. They had only thought of it as a risk-on asset.
Technological innovation is causing unprecedented disruption. OPTO is here to help take advantage of a world in flux. From AI to blockchain, find the stocks and ETFs related to 50 plus powerful growth trends. Just scan the QR code to download for free.
Very volatile, does well in bull markets. But this was a very loud signal. And I think the SEC signal, the green light with the ETFs, our spot ETF, ARKB is one of them, did get more and more people thinking about what you said, Ed. This is a new asset class. So advisor community, you may not like it inherently, but you must take a point of view and tell your clients why you're not including it, because the history of new asset classes is that when you put an allocation into one of these new asset classes, into your existing portfolio, the return per unit of risk goes up because of the diversification and the low correlation to other assets. And so a lot more advisors and investors are taking it seriously now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a stamp of credibility that's sort of positioned it as something you can't ignore anymore. So,
well, even though Chairman Gensler was, pulled kicking and screaming to the altar, he actually did it.
Finally got there. And then I just had a question about Coinbase, because the ETFs going live obviously mean that there's a potential for some of the revenues of Coinbase to go into the ETFs rather than through as fees for Coinbase, which is its primary revenue channel. Do you see that affecting Coinbase long term, or do you think there are other areas where it will succeed?
Yeah, we had already always assumed that the spreads, especially in the retail sector, which were very high for Coinbase, were going to come down dramatically because of the Bitcoin ETFs. We didn't know how low the fees would be on the Bitcoin ETFs, but nonetheless, that assumption is correct. Anything that gets more investors involved in the ecosystem is important. The ETFs are a stepping stone for people who want to just get a toehold in. But as they learn more and more about Bitcoin, many will use this as a bridge into establishing their own wallets, which would be very helpful to Coinbase, so that they can participate more in other decentralized financial services. So we think this is going to be a feeder for Coinbase. Sure, there could be some revenue hits in some ways, but the approval of the ETFs, we think, will be a powerful boost longer term to pricing of all of these assets, which will be very good for Coinbase.